When you come over, just come in just a little bit. Getting a little harder. Come video it from the front.
Okay.
See how much higher it is than the left?
Yeah.
That's the trap in the levator scap firing. And we're gonna get him to shut that down, because to do that, he doesn't need these muscles to fire. So while you're doing that movement, just shake your head a little bit for me. The neck's not involved in lifting the chin. Better, much better. See that?
Yeah, that looked more even.
Yeah, we just shut down. One more. Good. Okay. Reverse angeling. Bring that elbow in a little closer to the ribs on the right side. There you go. Good. And back down. And up. And back down. That looks pretty good. One more. Good. And turn around, and we'll do angel wings. That was reverse. We'll squat a little bit. Back, head, elbows, and hands. Give me a little diamond first, and then straight up, trying to keep your elbows and hands as close to the wall as you can. This one for me first. Right? And all the way up from there. And even if you have to come away from the wall, give me that full extension of the elbows. Perfect. And right back down. That end is where all the work takes place. So even if you come away from the wall, straighten those elbows out for me at the top. Breathe. I know that one sucks. Back down. One more. Okay. We'll lay you on the floor, on your side. We'll go through this one first before you film it, but he's definitely gonna. The weight's not gonna move at all. Your hips are gonna rotate towards the floor. So roll your leg and your hip, your belly button towards the floor. And you can lengthen this leg, you can do whatever you want, but belt buckle towards the floor and then come back up. Roll right back to where you were. Try and get this stack right on top of the other one. So you can twist it here, find what feels good for you, but I want this shoulder right on top of the other one. You don't have to lift it up, but just keep it on top of. So I'm right over it. And then when you roll, don't let the weight fall way back here. It stays right in place. Roll your belt buckle towards the floor. And back up. Good. Again, squeeze that way. Got easier when you squeezed it, right? The harder you squeeze it, the more you turn the rotator cuff on. One more. Okay, great. Take that top foot and tuck it underneath that knee. So you're gonna pin it down. Now you're gonna bring this arm back to straight line. You're getting way over there, so bring the bottom arm towards me. There you go. Turn your palm towards your face, and you're gonna bring your elbow right down your rib cage, almost touching the rib cage, right, going right to the floor. So we want it to come behind, but keep it right tight on the ribs, and let it come down towards the floor. If it's too easy, you can make it harder by pushing your hand away a little bit, but the palm always faces your face. I don't want a straight arm, but we go from bend. You go from here, we got pretty good leverage, to about there. And if that's too light, you need heavier weight. But it's getting the rib cage, the pecs, everything here through the biceps. So that should be a pretty strong stretch. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
And just breathe and try to let it get closer and closer to the floor of the elbow. This is kind of like loaded yoga. The weight's not super heavy, but if you just hang out there for a while, it slowly beats that muscle and you open up a little more. Okay, And you can just set it down, lengthen your arm, let the weight come to the floor, and then get out from underneath it. Stretching the hips. I do this for a lot of different things, but we do a little variant for opening up your mid-back and your shoulders here. Get used to that position, and then we take the ball, and from here, we'll put the ball in front of us, hands on it, and then I pull my hips back and stretch, and put my head through. I'm trying to get from here to open up. The shoulder is more than just the shoulder. The shoulder involves the rib cage. And if you can't extend and rotate with the rib cage, you're gonna overwork that shoulder till it gets hurt. So from there, just reach out in front of you, hands on the ball, and head stays up. Pull your hips back.
Like this, or
Pull your hips back, and then you can drop your head and give me just a little pulsing right there, just a little bounce, right? Because you're trying to get that to open up. You should feel it in the shoulders and in the mid-back. Pretty good stretch. Push back forward with your hips, and then pull right back into it. And down, there you go. Good. And come out of that. How does that feel? We're gonna turn you around to the wall before you put your hands up, and then back up to where your hands will be almost fully extended in front of you.
right?
Yep, right there. So now as you push into the wall, if you pull your hips back and pull down with your hands, perfect. You might want to be just half an inch closer. I don't want you to slide that much, but I want you to get that traction on it there. So as you pull your butt back, it should stretch, and that's about it. Once you start moving, that's where I want you to be. Push your head down and give it that little bounce. Not quite as good as the ball, but close, right? So you can do this in hotel rooms, anywhere. You don't have to have the ball. The ball's better, but that works. One more T-spine extension. You land just a little, 2-3 inches. Okay? Now grab the stick and drop your butt down. Hang on to the stick, right? And we're just gonna open you a little bit. Excellent. If you look though, come over here and see. Can you see?
Oh. Yeah.
See how much farther that scapula sticks out?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
gonna come out some, but that one comes out a little further.
Wow. It does come out a lot further.
Yeah. Take his arm, you see the shoulder blades right there. Push into that, so I'm not letting the shoulder blade move. He's gonna wanna rotate up, but don't let him. And then just push the elbow across without letting him turn that up towards his head. Big stretch, huh?
So you're saying hold that scap in?
I push the scap down close to his body,
Oh,
and
okay.
I brace it so he's not beating me. And then I
Okay.
just drive that across because I'm trying to separate this bone from that. We're trying to stretch that.
Okay.
We don't want to overdo it, but we want a good stretch there.
Okay. Okay.
It's hard to do on your own because he pulls. And the key to using a lacrosse ball or a foam roller is to get the tension on it and then move the joint above and below to get it to move. Just rolling on it's okay, but it's not as good as when you move that joint, you're really lengthening it.
You feeling it? You feeling the pain?
And you can do the same thing on the floor. It's just easier standing up sometimes. But we're gonna let you come down to the floor and try the other ones. This is a lacrosse ball, they're $2 at Academy. This ball has the little knobbies on it, it's cool. I don't know if it's 45 bucks cool versus a lacrosse. Everybody says that. This is mild faster release. So how's that feel? Pretty good? Now go hand, palm up, and reach. There you go. And what we're gonna use this to work on is, feel how these turn on? You can do the same hand thing, but you're gonna have to shake your head the whole time because I want those to turn off. If you see those traps fire, they shouldn't be involved in this at all. This is just stretching his rib cage and his shoulders. There's no reason for those to turn on. Loose.
So by shaking his head like that, that just
Stevie
loosens,
Wonder. We're
keeps.
just not letting him squeeze and use those. Come feel it.
Ah, okay.
You're running. So, left leg, right arm, and switch. Push all the way through that hand. Feel that load in the shoulder? Yeah. Turn around and go backwards. I'm for going forward sometimes, but for your shoulder, backwards all the time, just to load. When this gets good, then we can try a little harder. That's good.